All right, we've talked about it. A lot going on right here in the Bay Area for the entire weekend, which means a lot of people are going to be outdoors.
Yeah.
And it's going to be hot.
That's a sure bet right there, right? Low to mid 90s all the way
But
through.
dangerously hot. I mean,
It's not too much more than what it was right now. The problem with heat is that people are going to be out on Friday, they're going to be out tomorrow, they're going to be out Sunday, and that adds up on your body. That's the dangerous part. Our friends up north, most of the central and eastern United States, they're really going to get the heat. They'll be hotter than we will be here, and that will last all next week for most of those areas. That's going to be a really big newsmaker all next week. You can see we have some showers and thunderstorms. The kind of scattering and storms that we're seeing here now, and some of these that will fill in here and then come back to the coast tonight, is similar to what we saw yesterday, and I think we'll see the kind of similar setup tomorrow and on Sunday. By Monday, we'll start to increase our rain chances, and that's going to be one of the reasons why we don't get too hot. But this is a really good storm here. It's a slow mover. That stretch of I-75 and folks trying to get out of town the week before 4th of July, it's a slow one, I can tell you that. That is about 1.5 inches to almost 2 inches of water on the road from that particular storm, and there's a ton of lightning there. There's going to be some issues. So if you can postpone having to drive through that area, you're definitely going to want to do that. We had a couple showers here earlier today in Pinellas, not much now. You can see some outflow boundaries from these storms coming together here. So eastern Hillsborough, these boundaries right here coming together, they're going to spark some showers and storms, just a few of them. But then I think a few will make it all the way back towards the coast later today. You can see just the clouds alone from this cell here in Pasco pushing back toward the west-southwest. And so we're going to cloud up and get a little bit of shade, even if you don't get some rain, right? West Chase starting to see that now. Palm Harbor will see some shade. These clouds are all backing off towards the west. That line of storms, you see how they come together? That's what I expect right there. All right? Now, there's not a big pattern change for us. The heat is under this heat dome, and that goes up from the Dakotas all the way to the East Coast, all the way through next week. That's a week from today. We are on the southeast side of this, so we're hot, and we're not going to really cool that much, but we're not going to heat up that much more either. Look at the highs on Tuesday. Monday's the same way. Look at these mid and upper 90s. St. Louis, 97. Look at Tampa, 92. Right? Tuesday. Let's go out to Wednesday. 91 in Minneapolis, 92, 91 in Tampa. Same thing. 99 in D.C., 93 in Topeka. Dallas is at 100 degrees. We'll do that through Thursday. Look at D.C. now, 101 on Thursday. We're still about 92, 93 degrees. Look at these 90s. It will be hotter in Nebraska than it will be in Tampa for most of next week. All right, and the main reason for us is that we see a few extra clouds and some rain. So our temps don't really go anywhere. And that's what I was saying. It's not necessarily dangerous for us because we've been used to this, but if you're doing something outdoors every day in a row, it adds up on your body. So you need to take some precautions there. But here we go Monday. Here comes the high sliding down, northeast flow. Look at the rain in the afternoon. Look at Tuesday. Boom, we need that. Watch Wednesday. And even into Thursday. So if you look at these rainfall totals, you'll see it's about 30 to 40% through Sunday, but then 50 to 60% as we get into next week. And some of that rain will actually be a little bit on the heavier side too. And if you look at this view a little bit zoomed out here, notice, yes, some rain up into Georgia, but look at the peninsula of Florida. Look at the extra rain over the next 6 to 7 days that we'll be getting that they won't because they're underneath that high pressure up there, which has sinking air, not as much rain, right? We get more rain. Thus, we'll stay just a little bit cooler, which for us is about the same as we have been. 94 through the weekend. How about 93 to 92 by the time we get to Tuesday next week? So, yes, a break in the temps, but only by a degree or two.